Oh, no, 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 no. We are not going to repeat this. We are not going to repeat this. Oh man, it's going crazy right now, as you can tell. This is a live war. The energy just dropped, I don't know, about 20 minutes ago. And as you can see, we are doing pretty well against one of the top alliances in the entire game. X Academy Pink, or Crimson, or whatever you want to call it. One of the best alliances in game. And they are basically, I mean, they're not super TCP heavy, but they are one of the most skilled alliances in war. So as you can see, they have 2337 trophies, and we are the Drunken Mambas, by the way. I went back to the Mambas, me and CV recently, if you didn't know. And we are punching up 100 freaking million against X Academy Pink, or ZAP as we call it. So it's absolutely ridiculous what we're doing over here. This is one of those times where it's unheard of in Marvel Strike Force esports community history, because this is impossible. If you think about it, what does 100 million TCP mean? That means you need at least 2.5 Tadano max, or in Olaf's TCP, which he is our lowest TCP dude alliance. He's what, like 19 million? You need like 5 of these guys. It's absolutely insane. So what we have achieved here today is monumental, I think. And to me, it's a huge win. It's a huge win because we kept up with one of the top alliances in the game in Zone 1. And all I'm saying is that I can't wait to actually start going after some of the other alliances. Hey, Dorky Dad, I'm looking at you, man. You just went over to Super Troopas, yeah, away from Baby Yoda. So I can't wait to actually test drive and kick the tires of the new Super Troopas. So anyway, what is going on, guys? Cheers. What am I drinking? What am I drinking? What am I drinking? Well, for those of you who thought that I was actually still drinking the red label, as you can see, it's empty. It's empty. And what I was drinking earlier was this other whiskey. It was a lot better, but not really good without rocks, if you know what I'm saying. So this is Ardcore. Ardcore is like single malt Scotch whiskey. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But what am I drinking now? Because I finished this. I mean, not overnight. This is actually it's been ongoing, right? This other bottle when we have friends over. So what am I drinking right now? Brand new. Check it out. I just opened this. The Botanist Dry Gin. We are going all over the world today. We're going all over the world, enjoying the fine liquors of everywhere. So, okay, so let's go back because X Academy Pink is about to clear us. Good for them, even though we did fairly well, being 100 million TCP punch up. As you can see, our defense over here, we only have a few rooms left. Yeah, I mean, this is incredible. This is the first time in my Marvel Strike Force history that we've done so well with 100 million punch up. And I believe this is winnable moving forward, especially with some of the other, I would say between 50 and 100 million. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic when we actually win, right? And as you can see, recently, thanks to Killer Biller, the alliance name has changed Drunken, because this is what happens when just like Jackie Chan, right? Drunken fighting, whatever, drunken kung fu, whatever. You don't give a shit and you just go all in and you dominate. And this is what's happening. That's what's happening tonight or today if you're just waking up on the West Coast. So this is incredible. I just want to reiterate that. It's one of the most incredible feats that I've seen in Marvel Strike Force esports history, because you don't punch up 100 million with one of the top alliances in the world, right? X Academy Pink, actually, previously my buddy Clutch, he was over there at X Academy Pink. I think he went over to another X Academy Blue or whatever, Crimson or whatever. But yeah, it's incredible how this alliance, every single time when they came around, is always in the Diamond League, always, and super skillful. So when it comes to the types of alliances, I just want to make sure everyone understands the types of huge TCPs over here, as you can tell with the power leaderboards. You go to strongest alliances in the game, and over here you can go to the top 100. Boom. In zone 1 you got Mutiny, Legion. Oh wow, there's 2 onslaughts now. That's a different zone from my understanding. Baby Yoda, I think they still bounce back between zone 1 and 3 or zone 1 and 4. But recently Baby Yoda had a huge shakeup. I think half the alliance went over to, where are they? Super Troopers. That's where Dorky Dad went as well. And I think they actually shelled down to a Platinum 3 alliance, which is great. That means you're going to be actually winning a lot more. But as you can see right now, the TCP amount, they are very close to X Academy Pink. So I'm actually really interested to see if we can actually take on Super Troopers. Can we take on Super Troopers? Pathfinder, how's it going? Thanks for joining, buddy. Man, we got to do a collab. Man, I've been, ever since you've shown your face on camera, I've been waiting to do a collab with you, man, because we all wear hats. You know, I feel like half the content creators of Marvel Strike Force wears hats. I don't know why. It's just the way we do. It's what we do. This is the way, or something. And yeah, I mean, guys, Pathfinder is one of the best content creators in Marvel Strike Force. He is so level-headed. He just came out with I think the math about the latest milestones for Black Panther 1mm. So Killer Biller, hey, all good. Yeah, so again, I'm talking about how Dorky Dad over here, recently he left Baby Yoda. All right, maybe it wasn't Yoda enough or baby enough for him, and he went over to Super Troopers with Barone. As you can see, they're back. Super Troopers are back, and their TCP is the same, very similar, right? 5 million less than X Academy Pink, which we are taking on right now. As you can see over here, we're about to get cleared, but we kicked butt. I can say ass. Yeah, I think I can fucking say ass. What do you guys think? We kicked ass. 100 million Punchup. What is that? Again, in my entire Marvel Strike Force war esports history, I've never seen this before. We're punching up 100 million. We almost got them down. Look at this. Only a few rooms left, right? We're doing foes, but they also have a lot of very heavy defenses, especially when it comes to Gamma squads. The entire Gamma team, very hard to counter right now, unless you do a mirror, and usually you have to actually do punch across or even punch down. I like to do punch downs because I don't want to leave trash for somebody else to clean up She-Hulk's mess, right? We all saw those episodes. That was really messy. I don't know about you guys, but no, I wasn't a huge fan of She-Hulk, the Disney Plus TV series, but it is what it is, right? If she wants to break the what is it, the fifth wall, was it, or whatever? Man, I've been drinking for a while, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but that was weird. Very strange. But anyway, when it comes to having or going up against an alliance, an enemy alliance that actually has 100 million TCP above you, oh my goodness, what does that even mean? Hardcore, as you can tell. But we did an amazing job, so they're about to clear us. Good for them. They should at this point. They should have cleared us, I think that like 2 energies ago, but we kept going. We freaking dominated. And this is why I'm so happy. I'm so happy today. I feel like winners. I feel like we are winners because now we know the limits of what we can do. We can potentially win at least or up to 100 million TCP, right? JSWAT 85, hardcore parkour. That's right. I mean, this is epic. Again, I don't care if we lose because we are all winners in my book. Absolute winners. So again, don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid of punching up in this game. It's all about punch-ups. And if you can actually punch up 50 million, oh my goodness, that's incredible. Good for you. It's about skill, guys. It's not about the size of your TCP, okay? It's about how you utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I tell the ladies. I'm like, hey girls, all right? Just wait until you see how skillful I am. Cheers. Guys, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, I'm super stoked about this. So that means in this in this sort of bracket. So we're going to lose to Zap, right? X Academy Pink. But that also means that we might get matched up with V4V, which is also higher. Okay, they're a little bit higher, so it's going to be, what, 106, 107 million punch up? But holy crap, if we win against V4V, and I know that Killshot usually sometimes joins my streams. I guess he likes the other Asian dude on stream, Valley Flying, more so than me. That's okay. I know he's got more muscles than me. Okay, I'm not a professional bodybuilder, but I am trying. I am trying. So J-Swat says, that's why I never heavily invest in war teams. There's always a counter, and sometimes you just face a team that can't be beaten. Well, dude, this is the thing, right? I just remember when Heroes for Hire first came out, it took like, I don't know, 2 to 5 tries or attempts to take him down. And then, of course, a month later, after Shang-Chi gets released, I think they introduced the counter, which is Weapon X, which is hilarious. But that's how they do it. That's how they make money. It's paper, scissors, rock, or rock, paper, scissors. It's always the same thing over and over again. But the thing is, we love it. I mean, why do people still play rock, paper, scissors after all these years? It's one of the most boring games. But you know what? It's a lot more fun when the loser has to drink. And that's why we call ourselves the Drunken Mambas right now, because we don't give a crap. We don't give a crap if we were punching up 100 million. We don't care. 50 million, no problem whatsoever. All good. But the thing is, right now, the biggest team is Gamma. The Gamma team is one of the hardest teams to counter right now. And all I can say is, if you don't know that me, CV, our lines buddy, CV, as well as Benny Westside, is creating and working on these war infographics. I believe Gamma might be the next one because people don't actually know how to use them, especially during mirror matches. It is actually very hard because it's counterintuitive. When you think about it, you go up against the Gamma squad. What are you going to do with Red Hulk? Because he's going to go first. Do you do the special, which actually has adjacent damage? Yeah, most people do that. But you're actually supposed to use the basic, which is crazy. It's unheard of. So you need to manipulate the turn order, especially when you go up against the AI. And that's something that I believe the next infographic will show. So stay tuned for that. So J-Swat says that's why Snap is doing so well. The game revolves around rock, paper, scissors in a sense. Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually tried Snap. I've been meaning to, but Marvel Strike Force has me wrapped up in its little finger around its freaking middle finger like this. So I'm still enjoying this game because I think it lasts longer, right? The enjoyment is longer. I think Snap, from my understanding, is 2 to 5 minute matches, which is interesting. I'm a huge card collector, hero collector, whatever you want to call it. So I'll probably check it out. I'll probably check it out this weekend or something. Yeah, so this, yes, J-Swat says the new event has him upset. It's true. The math does not go well. What is it? The pelt, the Panther pelt? I think actually Pathfinder brought this up recently, and in his video, you should check it out, is that even free-to-play players will find it very hard to actually get the pelt of the Panther. As you can see over here, if you go to the milestones, it's pretty hard to get. If we go all the way down, where is it? Boom. Huh? Wait. Is this? Yeah, right there. Oh my goodness. So based off the scoring, you're supposed to do, I think, 6 to 7 refreshes. So you have to refresh your cores over the 100 core limit. Usually I do the 50s. Most people do some of the 50s or all of the 50s. If you're really heavily, run down with power cores, go ahead and do the hundreds. But this event requires you to do, I think, 7 refreshes, which is insane. That's 300 above the other ones, the rest of the normal ways of refreshing. So that also means you have to do full blitz rotations. As J-Swat says, he's saying that he blitzes 7 rotations a day to earn random credits that go towards an event that's on a website, and then gives him orb fragments that can get claimed to earn progress in another event that hopefully, maybe, will be enough to earn a pelt that goes towards yet another event, just so he can possibly get a 4-star character instead of a 3-star. Well, I mean, you know what? Maybe that's what they expect. They expect most people to get a 3-star character, because they're trying to limit the amount of war offensive teams. If you think about it, right now, recently, this latest patch, they kept releasing war offensive characters, right? So we got a rework of the war dogs or Wakandans, or at least 3 of them that are worth a damn, plus 2 new war dogs, and they're focused on war offense. Dorky Dad did a video about this, check it out. And he thinks that they're an A-class war offensive team that can actually take down Darkhold, which is impressive. Once we get Nakia, we're gonna see. And then, of course, recently the Undying team. The Undying team was released to much fanfare. One of the most amazing dynamic duos in the entire game, doing over 1 million punch-ups across the board. This is unheard of in Marvel Strike Force history. And that's why things are changing. I feel like they are overcompensating now, if you think about it, because they realize, oh my gosh, they never tested Undying, the dynamic duo, with Darkhold or with Young Avengers, or basically all the top meta, minus Gamma, of course. And they are dominating right now, absolutely dominating. So does that mean that in order to slow people's progress, especially when it comes to War Dogs, which is yet another war offensive team, that means they have to actually manipulate the amount of resources? Again, guys, this is a resource-heavy game. Actually, it's more like just a resource game in general. You have to understand what resources you have. You have to understand what you're going for. They keep releasing these tunes. So for whales, sure, and Krakens, they're gonna buy them no matter what. But for the free-to-play players, it's getting harder, especially over the latest issues, right? Last week, as we all know, there was a $20 offer that went out, and it gave us, what, 40 million, or basically 20,000 of these orbs. Another huge snafu over here. As you can see, for the mini uniques, for the G14 mini uniques and G15, if you bought 20 bucks worth, you can get 20,000 orbs each of the G14 and 15 mini uniques. So that is, again, many people in the community said that it's basically one of the best offers, quite possibly the best offer that Scopely has ever given out. And of course, because they screwed up, because Decimal Jeff or somebody, maybe again, Brian, CSR guy, now they have to give to everybody. So at least they give to everybody, then the free-to-play players get screwed, because if they don't actually purchase the $20 offer, they're gonna be left behind. And this is the problem. It's just separating the rich from the poor. We hear this every single time in every country. This is happening again and again. They introduce something that's unheard of for cheap, but then again, it's not that cheap because only the rich can buy it. Well, this is basically removing that gap or increasing the gap bigger and bigger. So JSWAT says, all right, let's catch up with chat. Yeah, I don't think they fully understand how powerful they made Hela and Zim. Synergy in War. I think they knew they made them good, but didn't test them versus the meta defenses. I mean, guys, why? They know it's a war offensive team. Why don't they test it with any of the meta defenses? It's so simple. What? They test on Web Warriors? Ooh, Web Warriors. They test on Symbiotes. Oh, wow, you can take out Symbiotes. They tested on what? Axemen? Did they not think about, hey, maybe I'll just use them too to test on Young Avengers, to test on Hero as Guardians, which is currently one of the top meta defense teams right now, right? Versus, of course, Gamma and Darkhold and Dormhold and all these other things. So the Real Invader says 3K orbs got rolled back, but not this. Yeah. Things are happening in Scopely that we don't understand. Maybe we don't want to understand because they're just screwing things up over and over again. And what's going to happen moving forward, like I mentioned, the rich will keep getting richer, aka whales, krakens, and some dolphins, and the poor will get poorer. Because all of a sudden, again, it's a resource-heavy game. How are they, the free-to-play players, going to advance their characters? How are they going to get all these mini-uniques, G14, 15? And we know that's a huge bottleneck for G14 and 15. Even though they've been releasing a little bit more here and there for your dailies, for whatever, supply runs, but it's not enough, guys. It's not enough. So, all right, let me take a sip. Again, what am I drinking? I am drinking something new today. It's the Botanist Dry Gin. And it's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to get a hangover by drinking this. All right. Let's see. Oh, sorry, J Swat. Yeah. It doesn't beat the symbiotes. You're right. Axemen doesn't beat either. That's right. Yeah, because of Greg's. Right. The more Greg's that gets generated out of thin air, the more that those teams, those two specific teams, symbiotes and Axemen, can actually get Terminator. Yeah. Exactly. You're right. Let's see. If a relic system must come out converting armor gear, it would be interesting. Ooh, that's what do you mean, real Invader X? If a relic system, is that from another game? That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so I think that the whole community is actually freaking out over all of these things right now. The amount of resources that are given or taken away. You giveth, you taketh, right, Scopely? And at the same time, the crazy, like for example, Jay Shot was saying, the crazy event within an event within an event. This is fucking Inception. Marvel's Strike Force Inception. Right, dream within dream within dream. It's just confusing us to see what is the real reality, because we don't know. After a while, you just get so confused because our brains don't work like that. We can't remember all of these events and what type of what is like plague finder freaking orbs or whatever, and then it's not just orbs. You have to get the dust or whatever. God, I can't even keep up with all this stuff. You need to be like a mathematician, or you need to be basically, I don't know, a freaking Tesla robot to understand exactly how things are going and to understand what contributes to what. And I think this is the thing that they want us as players to feel. We're gonna feel overwhelmed. Then you just say, screw it. I'm just gonna do whatever, and I'm gonna blitz my little eyes out or something. Who knows? I think it's just really ridiculous. Yeah, and again, also, the milestones for web. When they actually put it here in the events, it's really annoying. When you go over here, like, oh, Contagion Corpse, okay, what do I do? Actually, no, which one is it? Oh, the Viral Vision. So you go, you're like, okay, rewards include these Plaguemonger orb fragments and more. Okay, so where do you get it? I bet you most people don't actually go to the web store because it still loads slow, even though I know that it was improved recently, yada yada, but nobody likes using that. Why don't you, when you click go, they'll launch something and say, hey, I'll take you to the website so that you can log in. Would you like to go? I would like to go, but now I'm at Blitz. It's just forcing your hand to blitz more. And you know what? I really am tired of blitzing, guys. I am really tired of blitzing. And these days, like maybe they just want people like me to just say, screw it, just buy the freaking $10 or $20 Plaguemonger freaking orbs or whatever. But you know what? It's getting annoying to the point where every single event is like this. It's an event within an event within an event with 3 types of resources that confuses the crap out of me. And then I'm just like, I don't have time to blitz, so frick it, whatever, right? So let's see. J Swat says, I shouldn't have to leave the actual game to see what progress I made while playing the game. That's true. That's actually a good point. Pathfinder says, yeah, they're forcing us to go to the web store. It's dumb. It is much faster. That is true. That is a lot. It's a lot faster. The store refreshes in what, 3 to 5 seconds, maybe 5 seconds versus 10 or whatever ridiculous amount that was before. And it's true that they are trying to improve. And I think Pathfinder, you just came out with a video about this, the quality of life improvements on MSF.gg. I think it is getting better as well, but I feel like a lot of alliances aren't utilizing it. I know our alliance is not, because it means that you have to leave the game. Why can't they integrate all of these things into the game? It's a no-brainer if everything's in here. Of course, they want more people to go on the web store because they make more money. They can sidestep Apple and Android or Amazon or whatever, those 10 to 30% charges that has to go through these app stores. So it makes sense, but the thing is, the web store sucks, to be honest. It's still not good. And I don't find myself buying things over there because I actually forget to collect things on the web store quite constantly. I think I go to the web store as well as the milestones, I think 2 or 3 times a week. And I know for a fact I'm missing out things, but I just don't remember. Because this game already takes so much effort, time, and energy to focus on. Then you're like, oh wait, there's another thing I have to do, another chore I have to jump into and open a web page and sync my account and do all this. But you know what, guys? Yeah, it's hard, and I'm really curious to see if they ever release stats. I know they won't, but I'd like to know what percentage of players actually go to the web store. That would be really interesting to find out. Wow, we're not actually cleared yet. Look at this. I'm still very, very, very surprised. We're doing amazing right now. If another energy drop, I bet you we'll win. Because we're out of energy, and I think we did too many silly attacks. We weren't as efficient, but we've kept up with one of the best alliances in the freaking game, a Diamond Alliance. One of the most skilled or skillful alliances in the entire game. So this is why I was so impressed, and that's why I said we are a freaking winner. We are a freaking winner. It doesn't matter what people say. We are a freaking winner. And cheers to the Drunken Mambas. This is definitely a milestone. And I'm sure that this never happened before, 100 million punch up. But next time, hey guys, watch out. We're gonna take anybody on. It's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna make everybody in the top war zones, as well as the top war meta, brackets, know about us. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited moving forward. Oh man, this actually tastes better than I expected, but also I think gin needs to be mixed. It's probably not a good idea to actually drink it straight, but you know what? It sort of tastes like vodka now I think about it. And I used to take vodka straight, which is okay. I had a lot of Russian friends growing up as well. It's not a stereotype either. A lot of my Russian friends don't actually drink, which is really interesting. But the ones who do, oh my goodness, watch out. So the other thing I want to talk about is actually war dogs. The war dogs, I again, as you can see, I'm a huge war buff. This is why all of my content is starting to focus more on wars. And I don't know if other people feel the same way, but as a warmonger and as an esports enthusiast, this is something that really gets me going, gets me up in the middle of the night to do my attacks. That's crazy, right? My wife is like, are you doing a war attack? I'm like, shh, go to bed. Shh. Yeah, so this is what we do. This is why we like this game. For some of us, we really like the excitement of esports. For the others that like Crucible, and I don't know, Pathfinder, if you're into Crucible, I know you've been doing a lot of Crucible content, but dude, I don't like Crucible. I don't know why. I feel like it gives me so much anxiety. Like, look at this. I go to Crucible, I haven't done my attacks yet. It's like I dread doing these attacks, and I keep dropping myself down in ranks or leagues or whatever. I mean, Pathfinder, you're amazing, okay? You're hitting Masters this week. I've seen your videos. You are completely dominating. You are completely outmaneuvering all of the Krakens that go up against you, which is incredible. But for me, for some reason, this mode gives me so much, not only anxiety, but also not a lot of excitement. I just feel like it's a chore. And usually before I go to bed, if I'm still on this game, I would do some attacks, and then I get pissed off because X-Men dominate most, because it's the Age of X, right? X-Men dominates a bunch of teams. For example, over here, it was really funny that I had X-Men up as well, and look at this opponent. They tried Secret Avenger, Zemo, they tried Uncanny with Emma, they tried Doom with Undying, with I don't know why Cloak is in there. That makes no sense to me. But yeah, I think this guy tried everything. They couldn't get past a 922k X-Men, which is hilarious. I mean, this is what it is, right? This game mode frustrates people. It frustrates me like no other. So yes, Pathfinder is super into Crucible. I can tell you've been making a lot of great content for that, and everybody should check that out. And yeah, like Pathfinder, when I first did Crucible, I sort of enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty exciting. It's like war, but on my time. But then I realized, you know what? I don't know, like it made me really watch out for my attacks. For example, I didn't want to F up. I didn't want to screw up. It made me feel so bad that if I screwed up, I would get so upset. And that gave me a lot of anxiety. And I think that's the difference, right? Because it's all up to me. I can't rely on anybody else to clean up my trash. And when it's very competitive in Pathfinder, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, especially go into Masters, it's all about those points, individual points, the efficiency points. Hey, Zero Cool Gamer, how's it going? It's the efficiency points that really matters. So if I find myself screwing up even one attack, I get really frustrated because, guys, I might be a sore loser or something, but I don't like losing, especially in Crucible, for some strange reason. And I keep losing. This is why I just stopped attacking. I'd rather lose by being a pacifist than actually attacking and then losing by mere points or 10 points or even 100. I've lost actually by 1 point before, and literally I was livid, absolutely livid. So again, who the heck knows? Who the heck knows? So yeah, Pathfinder also says that he loves the War Dogs. I'm curious, Path, do you like the War Dogs because they're also really good at Crucible, do you think? I mean, are you going to change up your Crucible tactics because you're so into Crucible, utilizing the War Dogs? I mean, that's really interesting. Wow, today you pulled a 39 million guy and you should be beating him. That's insane. What's the guy's name? Is it Condor? Yeah, I agree. War Dogs. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but I am wailing the F out on 1mm because I pulled a 7 red. So I wailed the crap out of him because, again, he, I believe, is one of the best characters in the War Dogs team. So I've been building them up recently. As you can see, I got so into this that my Black Panther 1mm, I actually G16. I don't usually G16 anybody, especially outside of the APOC teams, required teams. But I just got so into Black Panther 1mm that I'm just like, screw it. I pulled a 7 red. That means I have to whale. I mean, this is the problem. Scopely, for the dolphins, the whales, the krakens, once they give, right? Because everything's an algorithm, they give you a 6 or a 7 red star. You gotta do something about it, or just wait a year until you actually fill them up, or maybe 2. And I betcha, I feel like Black Panther is gonna be one of those characters because they're milking the crap out of him right now. The month-long events, the event within the event. I feel like they're gonna do this for another year at least with 1mm. I don't know why. I just feel like they will. Nakia is gonna be quite a bit easier, even though her damage is 15,000 above everybody else in the game. Absolutely insane stats. So I wonder if she's gonna be the linchpin. Is she going to be the one that rules them all? Or is it gonna be 1mm? I think we're gonna see. So let's see. All right, catching up with chat. Zero Cool says, War Dog looks good. I like Crucible because the mode is all on me. I don't have to rely on alliance to get rewards. And Pathfinder says, we'll be getting 1mm to 6 red by the end of the month. Nice. Bro, my Wakanda's with KM right now. 1 million power. Wow. Okay, I see. You're very into Crucible. Damn. Okay, nice, Zero Cool. You pulled a 6 red. Nice. So are you going to whale? I mean, that's the key, right? They give you, they being Scopely, the overlords, give you a 6 red star or 7 red star. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with that power? Because you just want to fill it. It's just like getting, it's like buying a V8 car. Okay, well, you know what? For the young kids these days, yeah, V8s are no longer around. It's all about twin turbos and freaking whatever. Let's say you get, I don't know, a Ferrari. Are you going to, press the pedal a little bit, especially on an empty road or especially on track? Or are you just freaking let it rip? And that's the thing. You get a Ferrari. They literally give you an engine, which is the Ferrari Enzo engine. What are you going to do? Are you going to floor it? Or are you going to tap it a little bit like a little bunny because it's so cute or something? I don't know. Nakia for War makes them very good. Outside of War, I'm not too sure. Yeah, Zero Cool. It's very tempting. It's very tempting, especially because most people's Shuris are pretty built up. And especially now, apparently, hey guys, on Thursday, this freaking Thursday, Wakanda Forever is coming out. I am so stoked. I bought early tickets with my buddy. We are gonna go in. I mean, I'm not gonna dress up. I mean, would it be weird if I put black paint on? Yeah, that's well, I'm talking to US people. Oh, I gotta be all politically correct. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that I'm super stoked about Wakanda Forever. I am super, super, super stoked. And based off the early reviews, they're saying that it's a super tearjerker, as we all know, because it's about moving on from loss. And then, of course, this is the key thing where I was not really joking, but I was just like, you know what? I'm going to bring this to the theater. I'm going to bring a box of tissues to the theater, right? And this is not one of those Amsterdam theaters. This is going to be a premiere of Wakanda Forever. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It looks to be one of the, I would say, the most human MCU movies ever. Perhaps in the entire MCU history. Really history. Based off of all the latest, I would say, all of the reviews, the early reviews, they're saying it's a fucking blockbuster. They really outdid themselves. People are saying that it's better than the first one. Of course, if it has to deal with loss, and based off of all of the trailers and teasers and everything that I've been watching, I am so excited. I'm so excited for this movie. And of course, that also translates to MSF. Should we be excited about the Wakandans? Should we be excited about War Dogs? And I think the answer is yes. They are riding. Scopely is riding on the tailwinds of one of the potentially the best movie of the year. So I'm really stoked. So Steven says it would not be the weirdest thing I've seen. Okay, let's see. What are you sending me? Oh God. All right, breaking. Robert Downey Jr. is returning. Okay, check this out. Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU as a Black Panther. Whoa! This is some Tropic Thunder shit. By the way, Tropic Thunder was quite possibly one of the funniest movies of its time. And there's no way that they can make a Tropic Thunder 2 these days, given the whole woke society, right? People talking about everything. I mean, this is good. Steven, this is really, really... This is so good that I'm gonna cheers to you, Steven. Oh man, every time I see this image, I just keep thinking about Tropic Thunder and the way that he acts. God, this is hilarious. Oh man, I can't stop laughing. Oh gosh, oh gosh, that's too funny. Yeah, but going back to Wakanda Forever, I'm so stoked. Going opening night, me and my buddy were in Singapore. We're gonna freaking watch it. We're gonna cry about it. You know, I'm just gonna let it all out. Let out all the emotions, because the first one was so pivotal, and also for, I would say, American pop culture, or maybe worldwide almost, American pop culture. It was huge. Especially doing the movements, etc. I'm not gonna get into that. It's a little political, and I'm in Singapore, so it's all good. So yeah, Zero, cool. Opening night, yes. All right, so we got to do a joint collab stream talking about how amazing Wakanda Forever was, and we're not gonna spoil it, but we're just gonna be like, hey, over here, Nakia, she definitely did a lot of damage, just like in MSF. She is the top damager. And then, of course, we got Shuri. Oh, yeah, she's the next Black Panther. Oh, guys, if you don't know that Shuri's the next Black Panther, get the fuck out of here. Okay, that's not a spoiler. So, oh, yes, TLC, taking the kids on Saturday. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I wish I could take my kids to watch Black Panther, man. They're too young. They're not involved with the MCU yet. I feel like Ms. Marvel will be the first coming of age type of film that I'll show them, or at least my daughter. She's only 5, almost 6, so she's not gonna understand. But Ms. Marvel is so lighthearted, so I feel like that could be the first introduction to the MCU, and maybe she'll like Ms. Marvel, and all of a sudden she's like, whoa, who's Captain Marvel? Whoa, who are all these other? Whoa, I mean, all of a sudden her mind goes, psh. What is the multiverse? Oh my gosh, wait, is this a dream? Are we in a simulation? What the heck is going on? I don't know. But you know what? I can't wait to see my daughter's mind freaking blown. Okay? It's gonna be epic. So catching up with Pathfinder says Empowered Shuri would be awesome to get. I really hope that they give us a Shuri costume, another Shuri costume. Actually, sorry, one Shuri costume. They haven't given us any Shuri costumes. So they should have probably anticipated that, but they didn't. Instead, They gave us magic. They gave us magic. Where is this? Where's magic? Right here. Undying. Oh no, I mean Underworld. Oh no, I mean Uncanny. We get magic, which is, by the way, this costume, holy crap. One of the hottest costumes ever. Look at that tail. Oh man, that's like a lava tail swinging about. And the other one doesn't have a tail from my understanding. Yeah, no tail. And this one's a tail. Look at that. Damn, this is from Midnight Suns that's coming out soon. I'm very looking forward to that game. I'm a huge XCOM fan. One of my original games I played was XCOM 1. And then the second one was that Terror from the Deep. Holy crap, I couldn't sleep for days. Man, because I was young, had a lot of energy, but also it was freaky as shit every single time. You open a door. I don't know if you guys played XCOM. You open a freaking door. You never know if you're gonna get shot, and then all of a sudden, it's a death trap, and you lose your main guy. This is why you always send the noobs. Open the door, open the door. Oh crap, and you lose them forever. Man, that's a great game. So, Zero Cool says, yes, joint stream without the spoilers, but with the drinks. Let's do it, Zero Cool. Let's do it. Awesome. Steven says, can't wait to see BP and 1MM, BC, and BP2. That's a lot of BPMMs right over there. I wonder if there would be a 1MM in BP2. That's actually a really good question. I don't know. Maybe you know more than I do, but we'll see. So TLC says, Into the Spider-Verse was my youngest son's first movie. Wow, that's I don't know how old your son is, but that would like blow people's minds. Then again, it's an amazing animation. It's quite possibly my favorite animation of all time as well. So yeah, maybe I'll show that as well. But it's just too much, I feel. I don't know, but yes, I agree. The animation's incredible. So Zero Cool says, yo, my daughter was kind of at the MCU when she was 6. Now she's watching the MCU over again and realizes all the Easter eggs and connections now that she's 16. Whoa, man. Hey, start them young. It's just like Camel cigarettes, man. You start them young, and then they're gonna be for life. MCU for life, right? This is what happens. So Pathfinder says, no, I want Empowered Shuri, and she gets into the BP suit. Oh, right, not just the costume, you're right. Oh my God. Hey, hopefully we get that. Hopefully they're gonna keep milking the crap out of the War Dolls, Wakandans, whatever. I mean, this is gonna be the biggest movie of the year. I can feel it. I can feel it. So I'll be sure for streaming Midnight Suns. Yes, Pathfinder. Wait, are you going to get it on PC or PS5 or Xbox One or whatever? Because is there a multiplayer mode? It should, right, this day and age. Because the last XCOM for Access made was multiplayer. I don't remember. Man, it's been a while since I played that game on Steam. As long as it doesn't turn into MFR, it should be good. Yeah, Marvel Future Revolution made by, Net Zero, a Chinese company. I heard that it's a grind fest. I never played it. I don't usually go into those crazy, weird games because Marvel Strike Force takes so much time. I just focus on 1, maybe 2 games. Sometimes I do a little, I don't know, like roguelike, tower defense games I enjoy. But outside of that, I don't really play any other games. Marvel Snap, I'll probably check out very soon. Maybe this weekend if I have some free time. But again, Marvel Strike Force is my main squeeze. Oh, Pathfinder, it's single player. Oh, I guess that makes sense because it's all turn-based and you gotta draw cards and do attacks and whatnot. So it's a hybrid type of game. But I feel like they can make it multiplayer if they wanted to, maybe in the future. So we'll see, because for Axis they did Civ? They did Civilization, right? I think so. They made a turn-based game into multiplayer as well. So yeah, who knows? We'll see how people enjoy it. I'm really excited for it. So TLC says 7 now, so only 4 or 5 at the time. Great gateway movie for the younger ones. Man, it's all about those gateway drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, actually maybe I will, because based off all those Lego movies, I feel like there's more going on. I can't keep up with those Lego movies, by the way. If you've seen any of those movies, like all these blocks moving around, literally I get a headache watching those movies. But I really enjoy the art direction and the animation of Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. And they're coming out with a second one. I'm so excited. So I think you're right. Maybe that'll be the next thing I introduce my daughter when she gets to Singapore. I'm gonna blow her mind, man. TLC, I'll be like, hey, you want some tender love and care? I'm going to show you Into the Spider-Verse. She's like, what's a spider? Actually, she knows it's a spider. Of course she does. But do you know what a Spider-Verse is? Oh, let me blow your mind. So Netmarble, okay, Netmarble, they are basically going into maintenance mode already. I feel like it just came out a year ago, a year and a half ago. I remember Casino and a bunch of other people were playing it and talking about it and thinking, oh, it's the next best thing. They're gonna jump over it. I think, what is that guy? Something Thor, you know, that guy who also did a lot of spreadsheets for Marvel Strike Force. He also hopped over and yeah, it was not successful. So Snap, I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely going to check it out. Oh, we got full cleared finally, but I'm still very proud of what we did and accomplished today and tonight. 100 million TCP punch up is huge. It's absolutely huge. And you know what? I still have this window open and it makes me, so I'm just going to shout, whoa, Robert Downey Jr. returning as MCU as a Black Panther. Whoop. Oh man, this is so funny. That's gonna be my desktop wallpaper from now on. And then if somebody asks me, I'll be like, yeah, just blame Steven. He's the one who went all ethnic, all Tropic Thunder on everybody's ass. So so anyway, yeah, this war in terms of participation, because we're super about the damage, what we did. I didn't do so well this time because I actually had a bunch of meetings. I didn't join in at the beginning. So yeah, you know, middle of the road, whatever. I'm gonna get more in. I should hit about 40 million. My buddy Drunken CV was over here, 43 million with 10 attacks. Okay, hey CV, wake the fuck up. You missed out on 2 attacks already. Okay, what time is it over there in California? Jeez, LA, wake up. Lazy bastards. Wow. So Slick did a great job. 52 million damage. All Rise coming in all the time with at least top 1 or 2 or 3 these days. 50 million, that's great. Yaz, one of our new alliance members as well, coming in with 49 million. That's impressive for a brand new guy. I mean, very impressed. Very impressed. Yeah, and then me over here, you know, doing worse than Philly. What's up with that? I've never done worse than Philly in anything. Oh man, Philly is starting to, I mean, ever since he got Zombie Iron Man, I feel like all of a sudden he's TCPing, just grew like 5 inches at least, or 5 million or whatever. Right, all of a sudden he just invested heavily into doing the theory crafting, whether it's, I don't know, whether it's defenses, offenses. He's doing really well. I'm proud of this guy. Yeah, Philly cheese up in the house. So again, oh, by the way, Sith Lord Anakin. I don't know if you know this guy. Super hardcore. He came from Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda recently sort of disbanded. Half of them went over, joined Barone as well as Dorky Dad's new Super Troopas team or alliance, and then Sith Lord Anakin came over to us, and it's amazing. And Sith Lord Anakin's been kicking ass. Today we did an alley-oop. We basically, I think he or somebody, anyway, the point is it was a gamma mirror match. I wasn't sure that I can take him down, so the only way to do that is sack him. You sack him with Infinity Watch, with a large BO, and then you can actually go in and destroy the Gamma's team. So this is the thing where, for the next infographic, when I talk about a direct one turn maneuver is basically you have to punch down or maybe across. If you want to risk it, you can punch across, but the step-by-step instructions are super, super important. So yeah, we'll talk about that soon. So the other thing that's been going on, right? Recently, there's been a lot of snafus. We also know that Marvel Strike Force, they're coming out right now with Death Seed. So Death Seed has recently released with only one new tune. Dark Beast is eventually coming out. I'm slowly and methodically building up Magneto and Psylocke. So apparently they're really good with the Undying to punch up huge on Darkhold. So one of our alliance mates, again, Philly, he's doing a lot of theory crafting. Let me see if I can pull this up right now. He's been doing an incredible amount of theory crafting, and he did, here we go, I found it. He did a 600K punch up. Look at this. Let me resize this so you can see it, okay? Whoa, I mean, let me rewind. I can't even see the bar. I can't even rewind. Can I rewind? Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at this. Let me go back. Look at this. 600K punch up using Undying Death Seed, and Mr. Blob. And check this out. He completely dominates. 1.4 million Darkhold, utilizing the Undying team, or the full Undying team, right, which is only 2, and then with 3 others. So everybody's asking, what are you going to use Death Seed right now? Are you going to raid with them? No. You can use them here, go against Darkhold. That is epic. I mean, Blob is very underutilized, right? He's a Brotherhood, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's got some good synergies with Magneto, from my understanding. I never built him up. I think I have him a 7 red star once. I think I pulled from a regular red star orb, but I'm just like, I'm never going to use him. I'm not going to invest in the Brotherhood. And of course, then Magneto got reworked, and then Psylocke got reworked. I'm like, okay, start building up again. And look at this, 600k Punchup on Darkhold, which is still a crazy meta team right now. So this is happening, guys. This is happening right now as we speak. It's all about the hybrid offenses. It's all about the hybrid defenses. So we've been seeing a lot of, I would say, hybrid defenses. This is why we've been putting out a lot of infographics saying, you do this, but what if you have this? Then you do this. So it's all about countering. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of Heroes for Hire issues. A lot of, especially X Academy Pink, they like to insert Red Guardian, Drax, even Spider-Man Miles into the mix. They put it in the middle so that he goes stealth, and all of a sudden you gotta pick which side to actually use, what is it, what's his name? Freaking Morbius on to use his ult. And that's when it becomes a little bit crazy. And that adds a lot of RNG. It's no longer 100% unless you can punch down or maybe across using the Darkhold team. And how many of you actually have Mordo built up? Because for me, I never built a Mordo. I did it for the updated Mortal Dark Hunters team, and it went pretty well. But the thing is, I'm not 100% sure if using these hybrid defenses, but I can actually punch up on. So this is why I stay away from them. Especially when you have a huge Red Guardian in the middle. Oh my gosh. If there's like a 6 red star or 7 red star Red Guardian, something's gonna go down. So as you can see, this is very impressive. 600k punch up using Undying plus the Death Seed team plus, what is it, Blob, punching up on Darkhold by 600,000 TCP. Again, this is what's going on in the top meta, in the top war meta, all of the theory crafting, all of the testing that's involved. And this is what I want to bring to you guys, to the community. As you saw recently, I don't know if you know this, guys. Oh my gosh. Man, you guys should know about this because it's freaking awesome. Awesome. Let me open this. Have you seen these infographics? You probably have not, because it's the art of war. I just did a 2-minute video about the art of war infographics that Benny Westside is collaborating with me and CV. And I just realized today, actually talking to Run 7, that he didn't even know that I was involved, because at first glance, you're not gonna see my logo, which is literally hidden over here. It's like, whoa, is that Bender? Wait, what? It's like a part of Echo's crotch. That's weird. Nobody, or is that Ms. Marvel holding it up? No idea. Nobody sees
Colin
that.
Farrell and Brendan Gleeson reteam in the musical biopic The
What is that?
Ed Sheeran, and I've got
what is that music going on? Okay, here we go. Anyway, so the point is, these infographics have released. I'm going to keep linking it. I'm going to show everybody that, hey, this is the step-by-step instructions, the SOP if you're from that industry, right? The work instructions, the step-by-step information, how to take down these teams using Weapon X versus Dorm and Young Avengers. And depending on what type of mix, is it going to be American Chavez, or is it going to be Ms. Marvel version? And this is where it becomes very, very interesting. And we also did this little thing, this graphic saying, do you punch up or punch across? So everybody, your mileage may vary, but this makes it a lot easier for people to understand how to counter some of the top war defensive teams. And the other team infographic that got released is actually over here. Unlimited plus Chavez. So we've been seeing a lot of unlimited Chavezes, especially when you go up against X Academy pink recently, but then in the end they changed it around. So we've been seeing this with some other top war defenses in the game. But this also gives people an idea on how to set up their defenses as well. Because most people are still using unlimited as, I would say, just a plain unlimited team for war defense. Well, why don't you mix it up? Add Chavez in there and it becomes a lot harder. Because you don't need the whole Young Avengers team together. People are going to use A-Force Doom or A-Force Namor. Maybe some people are still using that to counter Young Avengers. So why don't you move Chavez and speed up anybody that she's around? Because that's her passive skill. Plus 25% speed, I think, for her adjacent members. And this is what happens. You speed up somebody, for example, you speed up Rogue. Oh man, Rogue specials, and she gets taunt and everything, and boom. It makes it so much harder. So this is why we use Weapon X. Every single time Omega Red goes in, he will go before the Unlimited. They'll go before even Unlimited Chavez. He'll actually go before if you want to screw with it, right? If you see Emma, you see Cable, you see Chavez together, OR will still go before all of them. We've been doing a lot of tests, guys. Me and CV over here, all right? CV over here, he loves war offense. He's a great war offensive player. I used to love war defense. These days, I'm going more offensive just to feel again, right? Just to feel again, and it feels great. So this is why we're coming out with these infographics. Thanks to Benny Westside. So outside of all of this that's going on, and outside of the Death Seed, outside of this, what else has been going on in the Marvel Strike Force community? Well, outside of the crazy milestones and the crazy blitzing and the crazy mathematics that goes into this game is really the excitement towards fully getting Doom 3.4 done with at 100%. And how are we going to do that? We're waiting for the Death Seed. These days, in terms of raids, we're doing pretty well over here, 62% so far. I'm on the left side, so this is Mystic, but the worst part is still Mutant. Everybody hates Mutant because outside of, it's very hard to one-shot every single Mutant node unless you get super lucky. This is why we're all waiting for Death Seed. Once Death Seed comes out, everybody's going to all in because it's a raid team. And when it comes to raiding, that's where you're going to get all of your, T2, L4s, maybe L5s as well. It's been a while since they talked about what the release methodology is. And I feel like this is going to be really critical to the resource management of this game moving forward, to whether you want to get APOC, Daddy APOC, which is going to take another, a year, because a lot of people will be able to get baby APOC, but what about the full adult-sized beverage of APOC? It's going to be really hard, because I don't know about you, and look, I'm a self-proclaimed whale, and look at my teams right now. Look at my Darkhold team. I'm still working on them. Look at this. I've only G17'd MILF. I'm still not there. Wong's going to be the next one. And then eventually I'll get to Scarlet Witch. But you need all of the Darkhold team. You need the entire Unlimited team. You need the entire Gamma team. And then you need the, what is the fourth team? Was it Death Seed? Was it Death Seed? Yeah, you're going to need the entire Death Seed team to be G17. Oh, and by the way, there's a fifth team, which right now the only member that's a part of the fifth team that you need to G17 to get Daddy APOC is Spider Weaver. So there's been a lot of speculation saying that outside of Spider Weaver, does that mean that Kestrel and also Deathpool will be included to G17? Because these are all scopely created Marvel characters. So they really want you to invest into these scopely created things, right? So it might be that. Does that mean that basically in the next half year, 6 months, we're going to get 2 more additional scopely made Marvel characters? I feel like they will, because I bet you they made a ton of money on Kestrel. They made a ton of money on Deathpool. And of course, Spider Weaver, I believe, is one of the top characters in the game because of her crazy, lower accuracy by 100% for 3 turns. Wow, that's unheard of. So who knows? I feel like it's going to be really interesting to find out. So we'll see. Right. So looking at my unlimited, how far have I gotten? So, okay, I did, okay, similar. It's similar. So I got Gambit to G17, but Rogue is almost there. I think I'm missing a couple more. Yeah, a couple more of these chaotic ribosomes. I'm not going to spend 50 US dollars to get, what, 10 of these or $100? That's ridiculous. I'd rather spend that money on new tunes that I know will do well in war offense, right? This is why I'm wailing out on war dogs, because they're supposed to be amazing in war offense. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And it feels really bad when I have to G17 Sunfire and then I have to G17 freaking Phantom X. Like, who the heck is Phantom X? I mean, I never read those comics, but to G17 Phantom X, oh my gosh. I mean, he did just give me a rose in his palm of his hand as a special effects, but am I really going to G17 him? I have to get Daddy APOC. And I don't know when Scopely's going to release the kit for APOC. I bet you it's literally going to drive the entire community wild. Wild. Everybody's going to be like, oh my god, APOC is the best tune. You have to get APOC. So that means then everybody's going to invest in these teams. And I don't know, guys. It's going to be very expensive. They better let out the floodgates of the G17 gear with the release of the Death Sea team so that we can start going to Doom 3.5 to get all these G17 resources. And yeah, for people like Pathfinder who loves Cosmic Crucible, maybe that's the way to go. That's where they want to sort of filter and move a lot of players into these new game modes. And hopefully there's going to be another game mode or new game modes coming out next year. All right, Tower is interesting. I'm not a big fan of Tower, but a lot of other people are. Crucible seems to be a lot of fun. Okay, great. So, you know, do whatever you love. For me, it's really about wars. And as you can see, we are about to punch up on some of the top war teams, alliances in the entire game. And that's why I'm super, super excited. So anyway, guys, I think that was just a quick surprise stream. I just want to say thanks to everybody who joined, and we had a really good dialogue today. I feel like, you know, sometimes it's really hard to get things going. I don't like to talk to myself. I like to talk to the community. I like to talk to people. Why am I talking to this camera if I'm not talking about people? Then it's just talking to the wall, and that's not fun, is it? I mean, maybe some people like it, not me. So let's see. Maybe we can raid somebody. Who should we raid? Who's actually on right now? Oh man, Rolf just went online. Okay, let's see. Rolf. All right, guys. Well, we are going to... Actually, should we raid Rolf? Yeah, we should raid Rolf. Rolf is a good guy. He's a good guy. All right, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for joining. Peace out.